What's up, everybody? Happy birthday to me. I'm years old and I'm doing a YouTube video. Why? Just because. I figured I'd step into the YouTube thing because I've lived quite a while, as the birthday suggests, and the particular age. You can take a guess, but I'm not telling you. So I figured I would share some of my experiences. Like, I've been in retail for quite a long time, 2/3 of my life. So yeah, you see a lot in retail at that particular age. Like a couple of years ago, I did the actual customer service bit of retail, and customer service is the devil. Because there's some stupid people who go up to you. I once had a lady come up to me wanting to return a pot. She brought this pot to us melted, and I had to wonder. And she comes up and says, "It's absolutely rubbish. I want my money back." So I had to look at the pot, look at the lady, and go, um, "What happened to it?" She says, "Oh, I put it in the oven and it melted." I'm like, "Lady, there's plastic on this thing. Can you not see that there's plastic on there? Plastic ain't supposed to go in the oven. You can't have your money back." Unfortunately, at the time, I had a dumbass manager too. So yeah, he gave her money back and offered to give her a new one. I'm like, are you serious? I've had customers come up to me and go, yeah, there's some sort of leaf in my food here. I kind of want my money back, and I'm wanting to complain to your manager." Now here's the thing: their food was a chicken tikka masala. I am. Some people wouldn't know what that is. That's because they don't have a very refined palate. They don't have a palate. But it's an Indian food with things like chickpea. Well, not chickpeas, but basil, garlic, things like that. What the leaf they brought to me was a bay leaf, typically used to season food, and no, we cannot pick it out after it's finished cooking. So I'm thinking, again, are you serious? But yeah, this was, well, not to be racist or anything, but this was a white guy, so we know we don't season their food. Uh, I had a customer come up to me and complain about a plant that she bought that had died. Here's the thing: on the packaging it says, "Put it in the ground." It's still in its pot. That's why it died. Okay? But yeah, in this particular customer service area, I had the dumbest manager going. People would call for him by name because they knew he was going to give them what they wanted, which is their money back. In some cases, he would give them their money back and whatever they bought for free. Dumbass. One customer comes in, complains about a steak that he allegedly bought. Yeah, hey, he went home and cooked it, ate it, didn't have a receipt, didn't have any packaging, nothing, no steak left over, and he wanted to complain and he wanted his money back because it was tough. And I said to him, "Sir, if it was tough, it was probably the way you cooked it." He says, "No, no, no. I've cooked steak before that I bought from here, and it's that's the only one that come out tough." Guess how much this dumbass manager gave him back, with no proof that he even bought anything from us? £16. I'm like, you couldn't say it because I'd have lost my job, but I don't work for them now, so I can say it. You stupid motherfucker! And yeah, it's people like this that make retail that much harder to live with. Uh, I used to pack groceries back home for tips because this was one of those jobs that you did as a kid because, one, your parents wanted to know where you were, and two, too cheap to give you allowance. Uh, you would often get these customers who you would fill up this massive trolley, take the stuff out to their car, load up the car, and part of our parking lot was on a steep hill, so you have to push this trolley up that hill, and they want to give you 25 cents. Hello? Fiver, please. Please? 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 No. You cheap ass. I've had customers coming up to me when I worked in a children's department of a department store, bringing in clothes that they wanted to return um, a year or two after they were bought. Like, lady, we can't take this. You should have brought it back a year ago. What the hell? I've had people come up to me, I don't work there. I clearly don't work there. I'm in my outdoor jacket. Could you tell me where such and such is? Hell if I know. Go ask somebody who actually works here. And in the cases where you do actually work there, you're clearly not on the clock. Again, with the jacket on and all, heading out the door. They wanting you to help them. There's somebody right next to me. Go, right, go. Ask him. Yeah? No? 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 And then there's the one thing that nobody in retail can ever tolerate, really, but we put up with it because the bosses are greedy. It's called closing time and opening times. Basically, the times of operation. You know, we close. Why you trying to hang around the store? And if it's early in the freaking morning? Yeah, you in the parking lot an hour before we're supposed to open? Don't you have a life at all? I mean, shit. Yeah, that's my retail days. I've had a manager who complained that I didn't smile enough to the customers, but that old hatchet face clearly wasn't paying attention to the amount of tips I was getting. You don't normally get tipped if you don't smile. And I don't think she could smile. Looked like her face would crack if she tried. But anyway, my absolute favorite job, though, was working with the babies. I love babies, but I can't stand children. Why? Because after they become children, they become demons in a lot of senses. Here's an example. You bring an innocent little baby into a shop. Again, back to my retail days. Bring an innocent little baby into the shop. They cry. You know there's a reason for them crying. You can't really get mad. You bring a child into a shop, and you hear screaming. You see kicking, fighting, biting, throwing themselves on the ground, and you know, that's a little demon. I once had a poor customer. I felt sorry for the lady, but I also wanted to smack her at the same time. Through the entire transaction, her child is screaming, I want a toy. The whole way through. Just for a toy. Not a specific toy, just wanting a toy. He's screaming, he's biting her, he's kicking her, he's throwing himself on the ground, he's running away, and she looks mortified. Absolutely humiliated. But it's kinda your own fault? No? You don't think so? 'Cause he wouldn't get that way if you hadn't enabled him at some point. Yeah, sorry about it, boo, but that's all on you. But yeah, that's my retail experience. And it's more than a decade. I won't say how much more. Thanks for listening.